Hypocrisy.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Law-Splaining the Interwebs. I'm your very late and very gay host, Nick Rekieta of Rekieta Law, a small law firm in central Minnesota. Sorry about that. It's been an interesting night. My body is readjusting to trial streaming, and I made the links on Rumble and YouTube, but I didn't get them out on Locals or Twitter, and I just fell unconscious. And then I woke up right around the time the show was supposed to start. So I was scrambling to get everything back in order, get my kids to finally finish going to bed, all of that good stuff. So I do apologize for being late on that. I mean, I apologize a little bit, like a bit, but not that much. Like I'm kind of sorry, but let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Anyway, how we doing tonight, folks? How are we doing? I hope everything is very well with you. I hope your friends and loved ones and everyone, is alive. I guess. That's it. Something. We have a bunch of different stuff going on today. We've got some different stories to talk about. One of the things we're going to cover, because people are asking me about this Taylor Schabusiness trial. What is it? What's going on? What are the charges? What's happening in this thing? And I go through this naive thing where I assume that if we've talked about something ever, that everyone who might even stumble across me will have already known it, obviously, because if you haven't been listening to what I've talked about on every single show that I've ever done, I'm not actually sure how you have lived in your entire life. Like, I'm not sure how you managed to breathe and make it this far. But apparently there are people out there who either missed the shows where I talked about this case when it happened, when everything went down, or they forgot, or they had never heard of me or something like that. So there could be a lot of reasons, and all of them are insufficient, but for some reason people don't know what trial I'm covering right now, what the case is. And it's a doozy of a case. It's quite a fucking story. So we'll talk about the Taylor Schabusiness trial. And I left my rings upstairs. Well, that's irritating. I had to help my daughters earlier wash their hair. One of them especially has so much. You don't want shampoo and conditioner on your rings because it gets stuck everywhere. Anyway, so I left them upstairs. Anyway, but so we'll talk about Taylor Schabusiness's trial, what's going on, why you might consider watching it. We may watch the opening arguments. I don't know, because I missed them. But it doesn't matter if you missed part of this trial. It's actually been a pretty interesting trial all around. The case is so obviously a not guilty verdict, and yet the state's really putting forth a good effort to make this into something more than it is. Now that's a joke. That's a joke. No, this is actually kind of in the opposite. This case seems like kind of a slam dunk on a guilty verdict. Pretty much everything indicates that what is alleged to have happened. The question is, was she insane? I mean, that's ultimately the defense. That she did the stuff, but she was insane because of a brain addled by methamphetamines, um, brain damage, underlying mental disorders, and then no treatment for those mental disorders. So she's got this concoction of things going on, and they're claiming that that's that. There's a problem with this though. Like, there's not really a diagnosis for any of the things that they're talking about. They they lost their move to find her incompetent to stand trial. So she's not that crazy. She's competent. She's aware of right and wrong, what's happening to her. Those things have all been kind of determined. So now it's like, well, but yeah, but at the time though, she's too insane. And that must be true because look what she did. And when we read through like the actual charges of what she did, you'll see what I'm saying. Very very wild case. So we have that. And then a while ago on this channel, we covered the story of a YouTuber by the name of Critical K, Karen Yaks. Yes, her name is actually Karen. And yes, her last name is actually Yaks. And yes, 2 yaks is the minimum required to describe the weight of Karen Yaks. So that's why her name is that. But she went by Critical K. I think her YouTube channel got taken down or something, but I think she still does content somewhere. She was involved in causing grief for some of my friends, in particular, a guy named Kiwi Farms Ken Jennings, who has been around, good dude, but he got involved in talking about the Sophie Long case around the time that I was talking about it. And because of that, Critical K and some other people went after him professionally and got him fired from his job and all sorts of stuff. Big mess, big mess. This is not related to that. It's just related to that giant person. She was sued actually by a guy that I know as counsel. I mean, know him through the internet. He's been on this show before. He's a good dude by the name of Matt Wilson. And he actually represented a lady named Ray Andracchio in a suit against K, a defamation suit, because Critical K. So Ray Andracchio is either like a counselor or a therapist or even a psychologist, one some level of it. And her son died under some mysterious circumstances. Looks like there could have been police cover up or something. It's an alleged suicide, and there's some mystery around it. Well, Critical K went ahead and talked about the mystery surrounding this, and because she's a true crime junkie with a penchant for lying, she just went ahead and accused the mother, Ray Andracchio, of counseling her son into suicide like Hannibal Lecter. Because, I mean, who doesn't do that? Who doesn't use their powers of psychological therapy to counsel your loved ones into suicide? And if you're not doing that, really, I'm not even sure you're trying anymore if you're not spending your life in that way. So she just lost hard. And we've gone through a little bit of her case before, and her like failure to act, her complete disrespect for the court, her seeming lack of knowledge that she was before the court, she would be before the court, she would be held by the court for all of these things. She's like, nah, I'm not going to do it, dumb court. She got smoked on the judgment. Very bad for her. And so we'll talk about the judgment that came in on her. That's kind of a big one. The other thing I have in the video title is Judge Mommy from Florida was reprimanded or disciplined sort of by the Florida Professional Responsibility Board because of her actions in the Nikolas Cruz case. Nikolas Cruz being the not Sandy Hook, the one down in Florida, the school shooter down in Florida. And by the way, fuck Nikolas Cruz. Because of him, David Hogg is like around. Like David Hogg should just exist in all of our peripheries as that horrible thing that could happen to someone where not only does like this person or kid turn into a gay, but they turn into the worst kind of gay, like the one who has to be an activist on everything, but is completely unappealing in any way, doesn't seem fun or funny, like lacks all of the like stereotypically fun gay qualities of like, oh, they have killer fashion sense and banger jokes or whatever. Like, and seem like a fun loving person at least. No, no, he's the annoying kind that no one wants to be around, including other gay people. So that's how he should exist. But because this dumbass went out and decided to shoot a bunch of kids, now David Hogg's important. Because our country has this weird penchant for deciding that if you were around a criminal act in some way and you're also a leftist, then you now get to be an authority on a criminal act that you've never committed. And I don't even want to say victim of, because it's questions about whether Hogg was even there. But like, look, if someone got shot next to you, you're not an expert on murder. You actually know as little about murder in any particular manner as you did before the person next to you got shot and killed. You didn't somehow become an expert in criminal motivation, in criminology, in like FBI statistics, in trends through criminal acts or anything. You didn't become an expert in anything just because someone next to you died. That's not how it works. Like if you are standing in line at Disney World and someone dies of leukemia next to you, you're not a fucking oncologist. But we treat David Hogg and these other fucking weirdos from that school as if they have some sort of special voice or import to the country. But they don't. They were retarded teenagers. And like, look, they're not specially, Hogg is. They're not specially retarded generally. They're just teenagers. And teenagers don't know fucking anything about the world. And look, if you're a teenager or a recent teenager or recovering teenager, I know. No, you know everything. You're very special. You have the right opinions on these things and people have told you. And so you actually like, I got it. I remember life. All right. We've all been there, but you'll find out later that even if you were right about stuff and had correct worldviews and all that stuff, you're still a fucking idiot. You're still dumb. Like none of that changed. Like because you happened to get something right, probably because you were following the lead of a positive example in your life. Like that didn't make you not a teenager. Your brain doesn't work yet. It doesn't work in the same way that it will later. And that's probably because you haven't been through enough shitty stuff in life to be jaded and horrible. But you will. Let me just encourage you on that. Your life will go badly enough in the very near future that you will realize how much you have not learned because you'll become a Papa Roach song next, right? Like that's what's going to happen. Suddenly you'll be like, oh, that's why Papa Roach was the thing. Because they made that Scars song. Sorry. My air conditioner just stopped for a second. There's a huge thunderstorm just started hitting our area right before the show started. So I'm hoping the power stays on, but we'll see. No, you guys are going through This Is My Last Resort. Again, that's I'm a retarded teenager song because you're like, everything is like bad. I'm angry and mad. But then when Papa Roach matures, they record Scars. And it still isn't good. It's like, The scars remind us that the past is real. That's your I've grown into an adult song, right? Because you've been so traumatized and harmed by the world, but just because you are forced to exist in it, you now realize that, yeah, oh, yeah, everything you went through matters and you can't fix or change anything at all. So why don't you just eat Whataburger 12 times a day and then you become fat? So teenagers, trying to get back to where I was, teenagers generally retarded. Yes, yes. But no, if you're a teenager who happened to be near some at a mass shooting, well, now you're a fucking PhD in everything. Whatever you want, you can speak into any platform. And this is the, the vaunting of people on social media for something that's not an achievement, but a situation. Anyway, Judge Mommy, she had some behavior. She had some behavior uh, in that Nikolas Cruz trial, not really acceptable. Not acceptable behavior at all. And so she's been reprimanded. So what does that mean? Best part about being a judge is being reprimanded mean for, you know, uh behavior that they have openly stated unfairly prejudiced Nikolas Cruz, a kid who shot like 20 people or whatever. She somehow managed to unfairly prejudice that guy to a jury negatively because she's a fucking idiot. So what's going to happen to her? Oh, we'll talk about it. All right. Stories that are not in the title. Hunter Biden's lawyers. Hunter Biden's lawyers. Doing some interesting stuff out there. Doing some interesting stuff. Oh, uncivil. I know she resigned as a judge. Hunter Biden's lawyers have allegedly attempted to very improperly interfere with the case that's been going on. So we got to talk about that. The judge seems fucking pissed about it. But it's Hunter Biden. It's Hunter Biden. So who knows? They, again, special rules. Special fucking rules for that one. And then we've got some other stuff that I'll see if we get to or not. I'm not 100% sure how everything will come down. Plus, I don't want this show to go too long because I got to be up at streaming at 8:30 for Taylor Schabusiness. And so got to balance all this out with having some amount of rest because I was reminded today what happens when you do these trial streams and then night streams and everything is you just fall unconscious all over the place. So there's the layout of the show tonight, and we will get into that momentarily. I do want to say, gotcha, son. Welcome to paralegal status. And if you're not watching the trial coverage, many of you have asked, when am I doing another trial? And if you don't know, I am doing one this week, and I should be doing, it's about 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Central Time every day. That's the trial schedule. Fake Lady Racket says, can we talk about Rekieta Law was wrong on the motion that allowed Schabusiness Dahmer photos in? Judge was correct. I mean, Hey, so am I on this? Fuck is going on here? Am I? Can you see me at all? I think you can hear me. Where's the fucking? Sorry, I'm trying to get my fucking camera. Oh, this'll work. This'll work. So, this is my house. This is my house. You can't see. I'm here. Yeah. But yeah. So that's what's going on. I'm on my phone. This is not going to work tonight, apparently. So I do apologize. I don't think I'm going to be able to actually do the show tonight because God says so. God says so. So I'm going to just go ahead and call it. The power's out, and then it's on, and then it's out, and then it's on, and then it's out. So fun. Lovely. Just great. So anyway, sorry about that, guys. Short stream tonight because I can't make it work. So I'm going to just shut it down. I don't want people just sitting around waiting for the possibility that my power comes back on at some point. So I like you guys. I'll hopefully have power in the morning to do stuff, but so that we can do business. Yeah, as of right now, my phone's about to run out of battery soon also, and I can't plug it in. So that's nice. But we'll catch you guys next time, I guess. See you later or whatever. But bye.